Now, the first monotheistic belief started with the ancient Israelites, and the reason it's important because all the other nations were serving multiple gods, polytheism or polytheistic beliefs, and so they try to say it was one in Egypt, but Egypt is a nation, and um, Noah is pretty much the father of the forefather of the father of the ancient Egyptian. So he believed in the God that caused the flood to happen, which went into the son of Ham, who had Mizraim, who inhabited the place of so-called Egypt or Kemet. So it didn't go back to no uh, some god that was in Egypt. Egypt had multiple gods. There was a polytheistic nation because it's not about religions. Religions are just more of a organization. See, the nation of Israel was not an organization, and it was not a religion. It was not a uh, belief system. It was a family, you see. And so the 12 tribes had nothing to do with religion. See, they was a polytheistic nation, family, bloodline, and they were the first one to believe in one God. All the rest of the nations that was on earth believed in multiple gods. So why was that? And this one nation that believed in this one God said that God chose them to be his chosen nation, to be separate away from the other nations. And now this this nation's records have flooded the earth, and all the other nations are wanting to uh, come into the belief system or the understanding that it's one God, even though they still uh, through Christianity worshiping multiple gods, because Christianity uh, promotes holidays, and those holidays go back to the worship of these gods, because when you worship gods, you worship them through holy feast days. The nation of Israel had feast days to their God, and these other nations have feast days to their God. And what the Christianity do, they participate and get the people to participate in all of the feast days of all the gods. See, uh, polytheism or a polytheistic religion. That's what Christianity is. And so you had the heathen believing in idols, pretty much these false gods, because it's only one creator of all things. But see, they was believing in many gods. And so once the Romans got hip to this, and the Romans said, we're not going to deal with these false gods that's fighting each other and having sex with humans and shooting people with bow and arrows, and they got all kind of crazy, unbelievable, unlogical beliefs, stuff that don't make no sense. So when they heard what the Israelites was teaching, that it's only one God and he chose us, you see, then they attacked it and adopted it into their uh, their kingdom pretty much, or their nation, because the Israelites was in submission to them, and they tried to battle with the Israelites, and they couldn't battle with them. So it eventually got down to today where you still have a separation, and people don't understand the separation because they don't know that Israel, the 12 tribes, were the first people to believe in one creator, you see, and all the people, even to this day, is uh, going to the house of the Israelites, the house of Jacob, to receive the information, because only the house of Jacob had prophets that gave information from the true creator, the only true creator. And let me get that. See, they had to come to the Israelites to get this information. Let me get John chapter 17 verse 3. It says, "And this is eternal life, that they might know thee, the only true God, and Yahushua Mashiach, whom thou hast sent." So the only true God was who the Israelites had encountered, and he chose them, the 12 tribes, to be his people. Let's get that in Deuteronomy 7:6. It says, "Thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God, and the Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people upon the face of the earth." See, he chose them to be his people. And so this is the situation. Now when you look at Amos, it makes it clear on was not a religion. Look at what it says. It says, "Hear the word of the Lord, hear the word that the Lord hath spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up out of the land of Egypt." See, family, whole family. Verse 2, "You only have I known of all the families of the earth, therefore I will punish you for your iniquity." See, he only knew the children of Israel. And this is why he was being worshipped only by the children of Israel. Okay, and look at what it says in verse 5 on Psalms 96. It say, "For all the gods of the nations are idols, but the Lord made the heaven." See, they worshiping idols. They not worshiping the true God. And so this is what people don't understand, that the Israelites was the only nation that knew God, and these other nations all believed in other gods, and they worship other gods and had feast days to these other gods. That's what you get Saturnalia, where they celebrate Christmas during December the 25th. You get January from the god Janus. You get February with the god Cupid, the Egyptian god Cupid. You get March, the god of war. See, so pretty much I'm gonna leave it there. I just want to bring that out. All praises to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, Bashim Rekakadash, double honor to the elders pushing the truth, peace to the elect worldwide. Our kingdom is at hand. Shalom.